You might remember my review of the San Martin Flieger not so long ago, where I wondered if that was the best value pilot's watch on the market. I really liked that watch. It really is great value for its money, but I sold it. I sold it and bought this watch right here at half the price. So why did I do that? And did I make a mistake? Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are going to take an in-depth look of the Addiesdive automatic Flieger watch, model number MY-H2S. Is this the best value Flieger? Let's start with the price. I bought the Addiesdive on the 11th anniversary sale on AliExpress, and after all the discounts, I paid just under $65 for it. I bought the San Martin on sale too, and it cost me $130, exactly twice the price of Little Addy. The prices fluctuate when these are not on sale, and are usually around $140 something for the San Martin, and around $80 for the Addiesdive. Like the San Martin, the Addiesdive has a few options when it comes to colors and variations. You can go for black, green or blue, branded dial or sterile, and you have the option of a NATO or leather strap. But unlike the San Martin, you have the option of this engineer bracelet with no extra charge. This is the option I would suggest for you if you're thinking of purchasing this watch for yourselves. You can always buy a NATO strap separately, but probably not a bracelet that will fit the shape of this watch this well. The watch comes in the same plastic box that the San Martin came in, tough on the outside and padded on the inside to keep your watch safe. Inside there's a non-signed warranty card, a user manual, a little hang tag, and it's always a good idea to keep the links you removed from the bracelet inside the original box. Okay, let's take a closer look at the watch. The width of the case is 39mm, its thickness is 12mm, the distance between the lugs is 20mm, lug tip to lug tip is 49, and sized up for me, the watch weighs 128 grams. It is water resistant to a depth of 200 meters, just like the San Martin. The dial is matte black, with a classic Type A Flieger design printed on it, a white minute track, loomed hour markers and 1 to 11 Arabic numerals, and an upwards facing triangle with 2 dots on its sides, marking the 12 o'clock position. The 3 o'clock numeral is missing, and instead there's a date complication window, which the San Martin doesn't have, black numbers on a white date wheel. I chose the sterile option, so there's no branding or text on the dial. The minute and hour hands are highly polished and generously filled with lume, and the seconds hand is needle-shaped and painted white. The lume on the dial and hands is C3 Superluminova. It shines in a bright green light. The application is good and even and should last for a few hours. The quality of the lume on the hands is pretty similar to the San Martin, but the dial design is definitely better loomed on that one. Covering the dial is a flat piece of scratch-resistant sapphire crystal, an awesome thing to have on any watch at this price point. It is coated with blue-tinted anti-reflective coating. The case is made of 316L stainless steel and features a brushed finish on all of its surfaces. The finishing is good, but not as good as the finishing on the San Martin. There's no surprise there, given that the Addiesdive is half the price of the San Martin. The lugs curve down beautifully in a way that will help with the wearability of the watch. The crown at the 3 o'clock position has no crown guards to protect it. It is not signed on the sterile version, and it screws down into place to help with the 200 meters of water resistance. Screw it out and twist up to hand wind the movement. Pull it to the first operating position and twist down to change the date. Pull it out to the second position and you can set the time. The case back, just like the crown, screws down and is completely blank on the sterile version of this watch. On the non-sterile versions, both crown and case back will be branded and engraved. The movement powering the Addiesdive Flieger is the almighty Seiko Instruments NH35, an automatic movement that has 24 joules and beats at 21,600 beats per hour. That makes the seconds hand tick 6 times each second, creating that smooth sweeping effect of the seconds hand. It hacks. That means that the seconds hand stops when you pull the crown out to set the time. You can wind it by hand, but it will also wind itself as the rotor spins in both directions when you move your wrist. And once it's fully wound, you will get 41 hours of power reserve. The stated accuracy is between -20 to +40 seconds per day, but experience shows that these movements will perform much better than that. The watch comes on an engineer-style bracelet. It has a brushed finish on top of the links and a polished finish on their sides. 5 solid stainless steel links in each row, with solid end links as well. The clasp is pressed. It is completely brushed and it has a security latch and 2 security pushers as well, and 3 holes for micro adjustment. It's not the best clasp, but it isn't the worst one either. On my 7-inch wrist, it wears great. The articulation of the bracelet, together with the curve of the lugs, make it conform very well to my wrist. The size is great, and the weight feels just right. Legibility is very good too. The light-colored hands contrast very well against the black dial. This is quite the strap monster, as Fliegers usually are, and it fits nicely on pretty much any strap you'll throw it on. Okay, pros and cons. Cons first. When you compare it head-to-head with its San Martin counterpart, it falls short in the quality of the finishing. But I think that's perfectly acceptable with the price difference between the two. For its price, it's very hard to find faults with this watch, and the only thing I can say, if I really try to nitpick, is that I personally don't like blue AR coating on any watch, because I find it more distracting than helpful. Any imperfection, like the pressed clasp that you can easily replace with a milled one, is completely understandable considering the price. On the pros side, this is a lot of watch for not a lot of money. For less than $100, you get basically all you can wish for from an affordable watch. You get a complete stainless steel construction of the case and bracelet, a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal, super luminova lume, a tried and tested automatic Seiko movement, and 200 meters of water resistance on top of all of that. It looks great and it wears great. So why did I sell my San Martin? Well, there was nothing wrong with that watch. I just found that I wasn't reaching for it when I opened my watch drawer, and I decided that I'm going to get rid of watches that I don't wear so I can justify buying new watches. That, by the way, is the same reason why I sold my other San Martin, the vintage Rolex Submariner homage. I wasn't planning on buying the Addiesdive, but when I saw the price during the sale and saw that it had pretty much the same specs as the San Martin, but on an engineered bracelet, for that kind of price, I just had to have it. I sold my San Martin at a loss, and when I picked the Addiesdive up, I was even left with some change from the San Martin sale. So in that regard, I don't think I made a mistake too. That's my take on it anyway. I would love to hear what you guys think about the Addiesdive Pilot's watch and how it stacks up against the San Martin Flieger. Please let me know by dropping a comment below. In the description of this video, I will leave links to both the Addiesdive and the San Martin, as well as the link to my review of the San Martin. Check these out to decide which of them you like best and which is the better value Flieger for you. I will also leave links to some straps I really like, including some of the straps I used in this video. These will be affiliate links that will not cost you any more money, but will help the channel with a small commission. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram, where you can get to know me and my collection a little better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a personal level. Here is a quick link to the San Martin review and another really cool Flieger from a brand called Escapement Time. Check those out next. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.